backup center position is going to be a topic moving forward as well. This from James Ham of the Kings Beat.
What did what did you make of the opportunity last night, kind of stepping in that game and kind of filling in the void for once Sabonis was out?
I wanted to come out there and just play hard. Knowing my role, I got to come in there, just play hard, just get rebounds, go fight for loose balls, get my teammates open, just do it as best as I can.
Did you have an idea that that was going to happen in that game?
Yeah. The guys have been telling me for the past 2 days, just stay ready. Coach told me before shoot around, we're going to you early, so just be ready. Just do what you do.
Do you feel like you'll be able to do that again in these upcoming games?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm always confident in my abilities, doing what I do, be able to impact the game in multiple areas and just be versatile as I can.
I'd love to hear more of what Neemias Queta said, but for some reason it felt like the basketballs kept getting louder.
I'm about to say, were they working on power dribbles in there?
What was going on there? Like, who amplified the sound? Like, I love the idea that the media is done right off of the practice floor, but it's like someone took their microphone. I know, I don't know who asked the first question. I didn't recognize the voice. I know the second one was Sean Cunningham. It sounds like everyone is ill at this point, but I swear someone just took their microphone and held it over there towards the basketball court because the basketball dribbling kept getting louder and louder and louder.
They was working on pound dribbles out there.
As we were attempting to hear what Neemias Queta said, and he did get some run at the backup center position. And Mike Brown said he's looking to see who's going to fill that need. He acknowledged Domas has played 40 plus minutes in each of the last 3 games, and that's not going to be sustainable. He knows that's not going to be sustainable. And he says Rashawn's going to get a look. We're going to keep trying to find out who that can be.
Yeah, man. So this was, we didn't even plan this. It's just we just on the same wavelength. This is part of my question. This is what I wanted to ask you.
That's why we the ones.
What Mike Brown said after the game. He's pushed every right button at this time. So I'm not questioning him, but I'm like, my thought was like, man, like you got to give these guys some time. And I didn't think Chimezie Metu had played bad long enough for them to be like, all right, we need to find a different answer at backup center.
I will answer it this way. I like the idea of seeing Neemias Queta. First, I've long advocated, like, if we're talking like minimum minutes, let's see it. What does it look like? Give him an opportunity out there on an NBA floor. And as someone said yesterday, give an opportunity on an NBA floor, not against Joel Embiid. In regards to that remark, I don't, as Troy Aikman loves to say multiple times during a game, he might want that one back. Only because Mike was clearly frustrated last night. He said flat out, the way we played, we didn't deserve to win that game. And I was already thinking, as that run was happening in the fourth quarter, I'm like, is it possible to steal a game on your home floor against the worst team in the league? Because I think the Kings might be about to do it. And obviously they didn't. And Mike was furious about it, and you could see it every time he called timeout. I know Katie pointed this out a couple of times, particularly at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing she was doing.
No timeout, 58 seconds in. Okay, and I don't know. Well, I don't know if Mike is like, okay, come on, guys. Like, we can't do this every quarter, like every game. We can't do this all the time.
Right.
Play through it. This is me flipping the script. Fix this yourselves. And like they couldn't. And when he got to the point of finally having to call timeout, he just had this look of, who is this team out there? Like, y'all, like, there's no point in me calling timeout. Y'all, he had a look on his face as you aren't hearing a word I'm saying to you.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if he wants that remark back, because it was harsh. It felt harsh on particularly Rashawn, who got a DMP last night. Chimezie Metu, who I think that's his first DMP in I'd imagine weeks.
Yeah,
and Keita still. This is this is what it's going to be with Neemias Queta right now. Like it's absolutely what I expect, but I still believe if you give him time, he could fill that void. It just could also be you need someone who could play more minutes. And that's what Mike Brown was talking about last night. Domantas Sabonis playing 40+ minutes. We can't do that every single night.
Right.
And having a learning curve for Queta, a potential learning curve for Neemias Queta might not be conducive to winning.
Yeah.
And that's a balance that Mike has to walk.
I just go, and I don't have any problem with Queta getting minutes or Rashawn or anything else like that. I just go all the way back to Metu, and he was playing so well when they were winning, and they had some tough times and some tough defensive lapses. I didn't think after 2 or 3 games it should be like, all right, well, I need to find a solution at backup center. I mean, especially considering how well he had played for how long. He played really well for the first 20 games or something like that. And then he has a bad 2 or 3 game stretch, and it's like, I need to find a backup center. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
So I'm looking at a lot of comments here in the chat house on youtube.com/ESPN1320 and twitch.tv/ESPN1320. Like, yo, I agree with Mike Brown. He's right. I think Mike Brown believes what he said last night. I just think he probably wished he hadn't said it in that setting. Because that's tough. Like you've got to talk to those bigs now. You've got to talk to those guys in practice today. And get them motivated to, and maybe that's the motivation. Who wants this spot? Because I need someone to take it.
Yeah.
We can't put Sabonis out there as long as we are. I need someone to come get this spot.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with him saying it, especially if he believes it, which I know he does. I don't have a problem when he's saying it. I question whether or not, like, you're giving anybody an opportunity. Like, how much of an opportunity are they really getting when they play 3? Like the last time Chimezie played, he played 4 minutes against Detroit. Game before that, he played 5 minutes against Toronto. Like,
which means Rashawn's playing like 3.
Yeah, like they're not really even getting the opportunity to get in the flow of the game and to get 2 different spurts in that game. 4 minutes. I'm just assuming he's not playing 2 minutes in the first half, 2 minutes in the that's just like a 4-minute stretch that he's out there time.
That happened versus Detroit. It was Metu in the first half. It was Rashawn